With a December snow blanketing much of the Midwest and Northeast, what a perfect time to be in the Sunshine State as we welcome you to TIAA Bank Field in Jacksonville, Florida. A few minutes prior to us coming on air, this crowd was jolted into action with the introduction of these Jaguars. They're set for football as the Jags are ready to match up with the Houston Texans. And the opening kickoff will not be returned as that will be a touchback.
Check 26, check 26. Deuce. He's crashing.
First carry for the Clemson man, Travis Etienne. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Well, this defense for the Texans, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Seattle.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number, 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. A handoff for Etienne. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll try the left side with Etienne. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Ready. 70, Indy. Mike 51. Hey, tight.
And now they'll throw it with Lawrence. The pressure gets to Lawrence, and he'll go down. Well, on that one, they go with a play fake, CD, but I don't think anybody really was fooled. All eyes were fixated on the quarterback, and they got him to the ground.
And to run this play successfully, you've got to make sure that everyone is doing their part. You actually have to sell this play. You've got to sell the run action. Otherwise, why do you stop at the running back? You just run straight for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
So now after the sack of Lawrence, the Jags looking at a 3rd and long.
Hey, Zoo. Let's make these babies cry. Check. He's coming. Go on.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, leaping, and he makes the grab. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. A real letdown defensively. That was third and a bundle, but they allow the conversion.
Check three. X3. 283, chopper. Hey, Foxtrot.
58's the money. 58's the money. Hey, keep it up.
Drop. Rocket. Check, go.
They go play action with Lawrence. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
58 to Mike. Oh, you got deep?
From midfield now, Lawrence. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. He's picked off at his own 46, and they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. Well, it's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions, can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
After the interception, here's Watson. He's got his man. It's the tight end, Brevin Jordan. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. A gain of 6 there on first. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Second down at 4. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Watson on 3rd down. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a first down. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Watson. And it's caught. And he's brought down. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field, all they're thinking is finish this drive off because they took it away, right? So now you've got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down, put a touchdown on them. Look out. You've won the mental battle early in the game, and that may carry over for you.
And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Nico Collins, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Texans have taken the early lead. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And, partner, I'm going to make a quick pivot here and ask you to play general manager. It's well documented they're last in the league in offense, number 32. What changes might they make?
And this is where you have to be almost like a chess master as a general manager, because you have a few things at your disposal that you need to use. Obviously the draft, free agency, maybe you can make some trades, but also look at your practice squad. Have you been grooming players to promote and give them an opportunity to play as well? That way you start to supplement as well as replace guys that need it.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Hey, 58's the mic. Go 58's the mic. Hey, come on out here. Come get some. Come get some. Come on here. Come get some. He don't want it. Slam. 22 jet bomber. 22 jet bomber. 58's the mic. Hey, 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 hey. Hey.
Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
It's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
64, weak. Single, slot. Hey, you're on an island over there. You're on an island. Squeeze.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. To the left side here for Eifert. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Here's Smith to return it. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They have to be thrilled with that first drive. They got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4. Taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. Watson to throw on 3rd and 1. Blitz coming, and down he goes. They said there was a lot of discussion in their defensive team meeting room after last week's performance. They had 7 sacks. Something in the water. There's one in the first quarter.
A lot of discussion, a lot of excitement, because now everyone wants to get involved with this. Who's going to continue that process? Who's going to get to the quarterback this week? But they have to be careful. When you have that much pressure, they want to use it against you. Draws, screens, those types of plays.
We'll see if they do that. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it on the first drive.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn it into first downs and hopefully points.
Oh, heck of a move.
Man.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. Lawrence will throw. They'll try and set up the screen to ETN. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's second down. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Still 9 remaining on second down. Now Lawrence. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So a PI call going to cost him there defensively. What did you see?
Well, I think it's the right call, partner, because sometimes we'll see officials kind of let them play. But by the letter of the law, that's definitely a penalty.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Running out of the gun with ETN. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
6 yards left on second down. A shotgun snap and again to ETN. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
And the Texans have an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down. On 3rd down, here's ETN. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
It would be a very makeable field goal try from here, but instead they're going to go for it. They'll run. It's Miller. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on fourth. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And they'll run it. This is James Robinson. He was brought down by Kamu Grugier-Hill.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
58, 6-6, bullet high. Pick it up, G. 6 guard, check 6 guard. Watch his hard.
On play action, Lawrence. He finds Robinson. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Call it a gain of 5, and that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. Short yardage. It's the fullback Miller. And he has the 1st down before he's tackled at the 5. It's a gain of 8, and it'll wind up moving the chains. They'll run with Etienne. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. A free safety roaming all the way up to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
How about his ability to trust his eyes and figure out it was not a pass play and go fast towards the line of scrimmage in order to make that tackle.
The line of scrimmage, once again, the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal.
58, right over there, yeah. Mike, 58, right there.
61, matchbox, lights. Switch.
Alert 3. Hey, watch it.
One more time with Etienne. And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line. Two minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. They'll try to run with Etienne. And this time he is in. Travis Etienne, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Jaguars are within an extra point of tying this one up. Josh Lambo now for the point after. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is Javier Thomas. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Watson. That's into the hands of Isaiah Coulter. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. And he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
This one taken in by Cephas. And he is going to have a Texans 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now a 1st down throw, Watson. He finds Smith out of the backfield. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Now a play fake, and it's Watson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Trey Boston. And the Jaguars are going to take possession here at their own 33. And Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football. Because remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing. Maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just by his movements.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they've got just under 50 seconds, so time enough to try to work their way downfield if they so choose.
Look at me. Door.
On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll be forced out of bounds shy of the line of scrimmage, so that'll be credited as a sack. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Ready? 60 Pittsburgh. Rip left. Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end to the right. Move. Hey, let go. Got four down. Shoot. Greystone, travel.
Lawrence. And the pressure gets to Lawrence, and he'll go down. Ross Blacklock. What an effort from him on that play. Big tackle for a loss of 11. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. So now after the sack of Lawrence, the Jags looking at a 3rd and long.
No. Tighten up. Hey, Sam up.
Play action. It's Lawrence. Being chased out left. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here.
I thought he did a pretty good job there to get back what he could, but let's face it, that sack on 2nd down, talk about throwing a wrench into the works. He certainly did.
Yeah, he did everything he could there trying to pick up some positive yardage, and he did, but not enough. Here's J.K. Scott now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And here's a very low line drive, almost whiffed on it. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. Just 21 yards on the punt there. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. They'll start on the ground. It's Ito Smith. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. So a touchdown apiece. That's what we have to show at halftime as they head to the locker room. 7-7 our score. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with a coach at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Set and ready to go for the 2nd half. 1 touchdown apiece. 7-7 our score. Thomas. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic. No need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. On the handoff, it's Gaskin. Oh, he shifts past him. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the 2nd half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now it's Watson, a bootleg. He gets this complete to Cephas. Touchdown, Houston. Quintez Cephas with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Texans have taken the lead. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And no return here for Agnew, so they'll bring it out, start the drive at the 25. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They go play action now. Lawrence. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for them. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Right here, guys. Mike 51. Mike 51. All right. Here we go. Let's go, B. Let's go. Hey, let's get there. Hey, Mike 51. Mike 51. Watch the screen. Ready?
Here's Lawrence to throw. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on to punt for Jacksonville. It's just a 30-yard punt that time, no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
As they began this drive, I was wondering how they were going to attack since they're playing with the lead. Would they continue to try and push the ball downfield? Well, after one play, it appears that the answer is yes.
Watson on 1st down. That's going to be caught by Coulter. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A pickup of 11 and a Texans 1st down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
1st and 10. Watson. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. These two teams, they met in Houston earlier in the season with the Texans coming out on top. So a win here in Jacksonville would give them the season series. Second and 10 from the 33-yard line. From the shotgun, they run with Smith. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Now they got to get to the 23 here on 3rd. Here's Watson. That is caught by the former Gator, Antonio Callaway. And he is going to have a Texans 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the 3rd downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the 3rd quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Brevin Jordan, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Texans will add on to their lead. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And it's now 21-7. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Let's go, D. Hey, Haywood. 25 the mic. We got 25 the mic. Hey, come on now, come on now. Hey, 25 the mic. We got 25 the mic. Let's go, Heavy. Go on, go on. What you got, Heavy?
Now Lawrence to throw. He'll fight his man, Laviska Shenault. Lawrence to Shenault for a Jaguar 1st.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. From the gun, it's Lawrence. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. This is Gaskin on the carry. A beautiful fake. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Watson off play action. A quick throw, but incomplete.
So, Charles, you talk about this head coach and his future with this franchise. Look, it's been a frustrating year, man, and I think we saw some of that frustration boil over at his weekly press conference earlier in the week.
Yeah, he's trying to say all the right things, isn't he? But he's heard the rumors. He knows what's going on out there. And right now, he is tired of having to answer the question, are you on the hot seat in every meeting with reporters? This week, he kind of said, I've had enough. And I don't blame him. He looks like a guy that may very well be out the door.
Incomplete.
You know, you're following up on this head coach and the pressure that he is under. CD, I want to switch it to you because you've been on winning teams, but I know you've been in similar situations too where things just are not going well. How do you approach that as a player?
It's a tough approach, Brandon, because you actually have to do the opposite of what you would think. You know, in your mind, you're thinking, I redouble my efforts, I go harder. In a sense, you have to back off a little bit. You have to do a little bit less. Do what you're supposed to do, but don't take on the pressures of doing more and trying to do your teammates' jobs as well. If you do that, that's really going to lead you to more issues.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Out of the gun, Watson. And he whips that one incomplete there.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. From the gun, here's Watson. Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. Caleb Chason. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. Going to need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal? Here's Watson. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Shaquille Griffin with a punt. two-score game here in the fourth, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy, because with a two-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. The interception was a great starting point, but now they need points pretty quickly, down 2 scores. And he got blown up on that play, back at the 20. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Set 18 Gator.
Let's get this ball back.
X3, 218, chop.
Watch the ship. Check safety.
ETN once more. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 9. Here's Lawrence. It's complete to Eifert. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 21 yards there on 3rd down. 4th quarter, every drive's so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You've got the first one for the second one to even matter.
58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Double dog. That's the way. Rush in.
Recon, 132 fighter. Hey, lock it.
Check. He's check.
Hard.
Crash.
Get.
Now Lawrence on 1st down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Zach Cunningham rolling in to get the sack. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has, but in his defense, he hasn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense, I got it.
You see what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure. Well behind the sticks here with a 2nd and 18.
Come on, let's go. Smooth. Switch it. Look at me. Door. Shoot.
Another try after the 1st down sack. Lawrence got his man. It's Eifert. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Looking to throw, Lawrence. Going deep for Eifert. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now Lawrence. And the catch good. It's Eifert. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
On 2nd down, a run with Etienne. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 47 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 16 times.
And that's a pleasing run there by Travis Etienne. And every time I see him carry it, I think of the word mature. Why? 4 full seasons at Clemson, not something you normally get with a running back. Had almost 5,000 yards rushing, the school record, along with 70 rushing touchdowns. That's both the school record and ACC record. The second running back taken in the draft after Najee Harris from Alabama, number 25 overall. He's now wearing number 1 in the NFL after wearing number 9 at Clemson. He loves those single digits.
So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. On 1st down, right back to Etienne. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Four yards remain for 2nd down. A snap to Lawrence as he taps this forward. And this won't be enough to pick up the 1st. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
Ninth play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. Back to throw. Lawrence. And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line. Porter Gustin in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. This defense, they just continue to feast. 5 sacks now as a unit. It's been quite an afternoon getting to the quarterback.
And we're seeing it come from a variety of places as well. Sometimes just the guys up front and getting to them. Other times you add extra guys rushing the quarterback, twists and stunts. It's been a variety, and they've had no way of blocking them.
The kick by Lambeau is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
A short kick taken at the 18. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And still 2 timeouts defensively, but even if they choose to use those, 3 kneel downs should be enough to get out of here with a victory.
And that's exactly what's being stated into the head coach's headset. Oftentimes they have a guy upstairs who monitors this at the end of the game. Little clock management 101.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. And Watson's going to throw it here. He gets it to Cooks. So Houston going to come away here with the victory. And we talk so much about the turnover battle determining who wins and who loses. This game, no exception. They didn't turn the ball over at all, and they go on to victory.
They look like a smooth operation in this one, didn't they? Because you look at every facet of the game, they handled their business. Offense took care of the football, converted it into points. Defense took the ball away, gave it back to the offense. Special teams, right there with them. That's the type of game a coach is going to really love and value. And when they show the film, they have to be careful not to give out too many kudos and kill their motivation going forward.
So for the Texans, they get back to 500 now as the win moves them to 7-7. And they will head home next week to take on the LA Chargers. Meanwhile, for the Jaguars, the season is really nosediving now as they fall to 2-12. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at MetLife Stadium with the New York Jets. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.